Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longstrugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longstrugs for all your shopping needs. Monkeypox has been declared a public health emergency in the United States. The announcement from U.S. health officials follows a World Health Organization declaration that designated the outbreak a public health emergency on July 23rd. More than 26,000 people around the world have contracted monkeypox over a period of a few months. The U.S. has been the hardest hit, with more than 6,600 known cases. Declaring monkeypox a public health emergency frees up federal funding for health agencies and can accelerate development of therapeutics and diagnostics. It will also help officials gather data to track and counter the U.S. outbreak. About 600,000 doses of Bavarian Nordic's Jynneos vaccine have been delivered to states, with another 150,000 doses expected to arrive in September. More deliveries are scheduled to arrive throughout the year, but demand will outstrip supply. More than 99% of reported monkeypox cases are in men, and the majority of those are men who reported sexual contact with other men. So far, 11 monkeypox cases have been reported in Hawaii. WNBA star Brittany Greiner has been sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison after being convicted of drug possession and smuggling. She was also fined 1 million rubles, or about $16,700. Lawyers for the 31-year-old two-time U.S. Olympic champion said she was just very upset and stressed about the ruling. Greiner was detained in February after police said they found vape canisters containing cannabis oil in her luggage. The 8-time Phoenix Mercury All-Star pleaded guilty and claimed she mistakenly packed the canisters while returning to play basketball in Russia. The high-profile case could set the stage for a prisoner swap between Moscow and Washington. A conviction is typically needed before arranging a prisoner exchange, and the unusually quick and severe ruling in Greiner's case appears designed to prime negotiations. Last week, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken revealed that Washington offered a deal to Russia that could bring Greiner and fellow American Paul Whelan home. Reports suggest the U.S. is offering up convicted Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout, but details of the exchange have not been confirmed. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones has been ordered to pay more than $4 million in compensatory damages to the parents of a 6-year-old boy who was killed in the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. It is the first time that the InfoWars host has been held financially liable for falsely claiming that the deadliest school shooting in U.S. history was a hoax. The Austin jury hearing the case has yet to decide how much Jones must pay in punitive damages to Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis, whose son Jesse Lewis was gunned down in the 2012 attack that killed 20 students and 6 educators. Heslin and Lewis were seeking at least $150 million for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. During testimony on Wednesday, Jones conceded that the attack was real and that it was irresponsible to have called it a hoax. But Heslin and Lewis said an apology is not enough, and that Jones needs to be held accountable for his actions. Today's decision could have an impact on lawsuits Jones faces from several other Sandy Hook families. 4 men have been arrested in connection with the jewelry scam on Kauai. Earlier this week, Kauai police received several reports earlier about individuals who were approaching people and asking them if they wanted to buy jewelry. Suspects reportedly told victims that they were visitors who needed money because they lost their wallets or had their identification stolen. Victims later discovered that the jewelry was fake and reported the scam to police. Kauai police arrested 4 men ages 24, 29, 32, and 37 on suspicion of second-degree theft. All are from Romania and living in the U.S. Assistant Chief Bryson Ponce of the Kauai Police Department's Investigative Services Bureau said there could be others on the island committing similar crimes. Jewelry scammers have also been spotted on Oahu, where Honolulu police have received reports of individuals selling jewelry at shopping center parking lots, gas stations, and in residential neighborhoods. A 23-year-old man died in Florida last month after the airbag inflator in his 2006 Ford Ranger pickup truck exploded. It is the latest in a string of deaths tied to faulty equipment made by Takata. The Japanese auto parts manufacturer used ammonium nitrate to create a small explosion that inflates airbags in a crash. Over time, the chemical can become more volatile when exposed to moisture and repeated high temperatures. Resulting explosions can blow apart a metal canister, sending shrapnel into a vehicle's cabin. So far, 19 people in the U.S. and 28 people worldwide have died from Takata's malfunctioning inflators. The potentially dangerous design led to the largest series of auto recalls in U.S. history, with at least 67 million inflators recalled. About 100 million inflators have been recalled worldwide. The mass recall forced Takata into bankruptcy, and criminal charges were brought against the company before it was purchased by a Chinese-owned part supplier. The Ford Ranger involved in the Florida crash was part of the recall. Ford said it sent out notices and a representative to the owner's home in an effort to schedule the needed fix, but the truck was never brought in for repairs. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.